Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into the essential topic of federal labor laws and regulations, focusing on the Wage and Hour Division's Essential Workers Essential Protections, EUP, under the Fair Labor Standards Act, FLSA. Our objective today is to equip you with a comprehensive understanding of these regulations, ensuring that you are well prepared to navigate the complexities of labor laws within your childcare centers. We will cover key areas such as coverage, requirements, rest and meal periods, and common issues faced by childcare centers. By the end of this session, you should have a solid grasp of how to comply with these laws and foster a fair workplace environment for your employees. Let's get started.
Welcome to County Office, your ultimate guide to local government services and public records. Let's get started.
What is the Department of Labor? Wage and hour laws, and what is its purpose? The Department of Labor wage and hour laws is responsible for enforcing minimum wage, overtime, and child labor laws. Its purpose is to ensure that employees are fairly compensated for their work and that employers comply with federal labor laws. The Fair Labor Standards Act, FLSA, is the primary law enforced by the Wage and Hour Division of the Department of Labor. It establishes minimum wage, overtime pay, record-keeping, and child labor standards for both full-time and part-time workers in the private sector and in federal, state, and local governments. The FLSA requires employers to pay their employees at least the federal minimum wage, which is currently set at $7.25 per hour. It also requires employers to pay their employees overtime pay at a rate of 1.5 times their regular rate of pay for any hours worked over 40 in a work week. The Department of Labor wage and hour laws also enforces child labor laws, which prohibit employers from hiring minors under the age of 14, restrict the hours and types of work that minors can perform, and require employers to obtain work permits for minors under the age of 18. In summary, the Department of Labor wage and hour laws is responsible for enforcing federal labor laws related to minimum wage, overtime pay, and child labor. Its purpose is to ensure that employees are fairly compensated for their work and that employers comply with federal labor laws. To learn more, check out these links which you can click in the description below, and feel free to comment your questions. We're here to help.
Thanks for tuning in to our video. Please like and subscribe, and leave a comment below. See you in the next video.
The Wage and Hour Division, WHD, plays a crucial role in protecting workers' rights to fair pay and leave while enforcing workplace protections. This division manages over 200 offices across the country and communicates in more than 200 languages to ensure every worker, including those in childcare, understands their rights. WHD's mission is to promote and achieve compliance with labor standards to protect and enhance the welfare of the nation's workforce. Let me share a story about Sarah, a dedicated childcare worker who was often asked to work extra hours without proper compensation. She didn't know how to address the issue until she learned about the WHD. Feeling helpless, Sarah reached out to WHD, which stepped in to investigate her case. They ensured she received all the back pay she was owed, which amounted to several $1,000s. This intervention not only changed her financial situation, but also sent a strong message to her employer about the importance of complying with labor laws. Sarah's story highlights how WHD can make a significant difference in the lives of workers. WHD is dedicated to ensuring fair pay and leave protections for workers across various industries, including childcare. They oversee 10 million establishments and 148 million workers, ensuring that labor laws apply to everyone, regardless of immigration status. This commitment is crucial for maintaining a level playing field for all employees. Consider the case of Maria, an immigrant working at a childcare center who was being paid below the minimum wage. Maria worked tirelessly to provide for her family, but was always struggling financially because her employer exploited her lack of knowledge about labor laws. WHD's intervention ensured Maria received her due wages and also initiated penalties against the employer for non-compliance. This intervention not only secured Maria's financial stability, but also discouraged other employers from engaging in similar exploitative practices. Maria's case serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of understanding and enforcing labor rights. One crucial aspect of WHD's work is that they enforce labor laws universally, without inquiring about a worker's immigration status. This means every worker is protected under the law, ensuring that everyone is treated fairly and justly. Imagine Carlos, an undocumented worker in a childcare center who was constantly threatened with deportation if he complained about his pay. Carlos was paid less than his colleagues and was often given the most challenging tasks. The fear of deportation kept him silent for years until he learned that WHD could help without involving immigration status. WHD's intervention not only protected Carlos's rights, but also helped him feel secure in his job, knowing that he could work without fear of exploitation. This case illustrates how WHD's protections extend to all workers, creating a safer and more equitable workplace. The WHD's mission is to ensure that every worker, regardless of immigration status, is protected under the law. This universal enforcement helps maintain fairness and safety in the workplace. By not asking about immigration status, WHD focuses solely on labor rights and protections. Think about how Carlos, the undocumented worker, was constantly threatened with deportation if he complained about his pay. WHD's intervention safeguarded his rights and made him feel secure in his job, demonstrating the critical role of these protections. This approach ensures that all workers, irrespective of their background, have the confidence to report unfair practices and seek justice. WHD conducts regional outreach events, working with community-based organizations, business associations, federal and state agencies, worker rights organizations, and foreign consulates. These collaborations help them reach and protect more workers. Outreach is a powerful tool for educating both employers and employees about their rights and responsibilities under the law. Imagine a bustling community fair where WHD representatives set up a booth to educate childcare providers about their rights and responsibilities. The event is filled with informational pamphlets, engaging presentations, and opportunities for one-on-one consultations. This proactive approach helps prevent violations before they occur and ensures that workers are well informed. At one such event, a group of childcare providers learned that their employer's practice of deducting uniform costs from their wages was illegal. They were able to address this issue collectively, thanks to the information provided by WHD. The WHD's regional outreach events involve collaboration with various organizations to spread awareness and ensure compliance with labor laws. These events are essential for educating both workers and employers about the importance of labor laws and how to adhere to them. Consider a community fair where WHD representatives inform childcare providers about their rights and responsibilities. This proactive approach helps prevent violations before they occur and ensures that workers are well informed. For example, at one such event, a childcare provider learned that her employer's practice of not paying overtime was illegal. With the information she gained, she was able to confront her employer and demand the compensation she was entitled to. This story underscores the importance of these outreach events in empowering workers with knowledge. WHD's mission includes investigating violations, educating workers and employers, and forming partnerships to promote compliance. Their efforts ensure that all workers, including those in childcare, receive fair pay. Let's look at a scenario where a childcare center was found underpaying its staff for years. The employees were regularly working overtime without any additional compensation, and their complaints were ignored. After WHD's investigation, not only did the workers receive their rightful wages, but the center also had to implement better wage practices. This led to significant financial adjustments for the workers, who finally felt valued and fairly treated. Additionally, the center's management underwent training to understand the importance of compliance, setting an example for other centers in the industry. This story highlights how WHD's efforts can lead to substantial positive changes in the workplace. WHD undertakes both complaint-based and agency-initiated enforcement actions. They focus on industries with high rates of violations, aiming to improve compliance through strategic initiatives and education. This dual approach ensures that both reported and unreported issues are addressed effectively. Imagine a childcare center chain with a history of labor violations. WHD launches a targeted investigation uncovering systemic issues such as unpaid overtime, improper record keeping, and unsafe working conditions. The investigation leads to significant reforms that benefit hundreds of workers, who now enjoy better wages and safer work environments. This case illustrates the importance of proactive enforcement and the wide-reaching impact of WHD's work. WHD collaborates with various organizations, including communities of color, worker centers, unions, business associations, and federal and state agencies. This broad network maximizes their impact, ensuring comprehensive worker protection. Consider how a local union partnered with WHD to improve working conditions in childcare centers, leading to better pay and safer workplaces for all employees. The union organized workshops and training sessions where WHD representatives educated workers about their rights. This collaboration empowered workers to stand up against unfair practices and demand their rights, significantly improving the overall work environment.